Good evening and welcome back to the channel. I'm back out in the moors and I'm on the hunt for a very particular species this evening. It's early evening, just about to tip over to 7 o'clock, and I'm out on the moors looking for long-eared owls. Now, long-eared owls are probably one of the most elusive owl species that we have in the UK, and one of the ones that I think are quite often the most photogenic of our owl species. They're absolutely beautiful. So I was kind of hoping for a sunset, but as you can see from the sky around me, I think the chances of a sunset are pretty slim. I think we're not going to get a sunset this evening. We're going to get quite a mute amount of light. However, if we're blessed with the company of a long-eared owl, it will be an evening well spent. So come along for the journey and see what I see. So there are quite a number of photographers already in the area, which I suppose is a really good sign, isn't it? It means that I'm definitely in the right location for this year's long-eared owls. I've not been to this site this season, but I have been here before, and every time I've been here before, I've been blessed with sightings of the long-eared owl. Now, there is a large group of photographers over my shoulder, and they're on the edge of the meadow area, which is, I suspect, is where the long-eared owls are going to be quartering, looking for their prey. I'm in the kind of the wooded area, and what I'm looking for is them just roosting up before they take flight to go and hunt. There's a couple of other photographers in the area with me. I've just seen a guy with a thermal scope, so I'm kicking myself. I wish I'd brought my thermal scope. That would have definitely been a godsend this evening. I'm here for 24 hours though, so you know, if I don't get the right sightings this evening, I've got tomorrow morning also. So I might not be blessed with a sunset, but I'm hoping that I'll be blessed with the sunrise when I get up for first light in the morning. It's exciting, very exciting, just waiting for them to arrive. So despite there being a large number of photographers in that area, I've actually opted to come away from them. Some might say that's a bit foolhardy, moving away from where the locals are all stood waiting for the long-eared owls to show. However, I think when you've come to a location a number of times, you have your sites, you have your spots where you feel like you've got the best chance of seeing them, and that isn't my spot. Also, I actually quite enjoy encounters away from the masses, so it may not be the right decision, and I may go on to eat my words later on in this video, but I'm going to move away from the masses now and go to some of the locations where I've been successful in the past. Fingers crossed. So I'm at one of my favourite locations, however, no owls. I've had a real good walk around as well to a number of locations that I like to go to, and no sign whatsoever at any of them. 25 to 8, I think we've probably got the best part of an hour's worth of light remaining, so there's still time. The sun's actually going to, I think, go into a bit of a break once it leaves that line of clouds. There is a little bit of clearing over that in that direction, so fingers crossed. Well, it wasn't long at all before I found the long-eared owl up on the ridgeline hunting. And yes, you guessed it, I was back with the rest of the photographers. My search ended up with nothing at all, so I made my way back to where the rest of the photographers were and was absolutely blessed. At first, the long-eared owl was on the ridgeline, hunting away, and a number of photographers said that this was a different pair and wouldn't venture down into this area. However, I kept my lens focused on the long-eared owl, and slowly but surely it got closer and closer and closer. Right at the end, it did the unthinkable. It flew right over the top of my head and into the woods just behind us. It was here I was going to find it roosting. And oh my word, it was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful piercing orange eyes, staring at the lens, and gifted me some of the most incredible close encounters with a long-eared owl that I've ever had. It really was a night that I will never ever forget. That was just incredible. Couldn't do any pieces to camera. There was other photographers around, and the owl that we were photographing was really flighty. Photographed it in the most golden of light, and then perched up in a tree. Wow. One of this year's juveniles, I believe. Absolutely magical. And I've got it all again in the morning. Oh, wow. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Now you can probably see from my face, we are just at first light. The sun is just rising up over the hills in the distance, and I'm back out looking for those long-eared owls. What an incredible evening we had last night. I must give a real shout out to Gary. I stood with Gary at the end after we'd had the encounter with the long-eared owl. He's an absolutely remarkable bloke. Really enjoyed having a chat with him, so thanks for taking the time to have a conversation with me yesterday, Gary. I really appreciated it. So I had that amazing encounter with the long-eared owl yesterday. we've not got much time with this golden light before it goes behind the clouds. We've just probably got about half an hour. So I'm hoping that I can find the long-eared owls quite quickly and that I can get some shots of them in the golden light, because I certainly got shots of them last night in probably just after golden hour into blue hour. But it was beautiful all the same. The flight shots were definitely golden hour, which was nice. So I'm going to get back on, come along for the journey and see what I see. So I've just stumbled across a female roe deer. At least I think it's a female roe deer. She's very red in coloration. I don't think it's a red deer, but I could be mistaken. No, I think it's a roe deer. And she's just watching me. She's not taking her eyes off me for not even a second. She's watched me walk all the way down this slope, not once breaking eye contact with me. She's absolutely beautiful. She's completely fixated on me now. Ears pointing in my direction, head pointing in my direction, just watching, working out whether I'm a threat or not. And that's the thing about morning encounters. When you get out really early in the morning, as I have done this morning, I was out for 5:30. You come across animals that you wouldn't come across in the evening, I believe, because there are more people about. There's not a soul out here today. I'm here all by myself. Still got some beautiful golden light. No long-eared owls, but it's just magical. Absolutely magical. Well, that's confirmed my earlier thoughts, because I've now got a buck roe deer. Oh, he's absolutely beautiful. He's obviously sniffing out the female because he's heading in exactly the same direction, and he's in some stunning light now, so I'm going to just get my camera back out and get some photographs. Well, that was incredible. Happily photographing the male roe deer. And sometimes you just get this feeling when something's watching you. And the roe deer wasn't watching me until right at the end. And I looked to the right and there was a fox. I can only think that the fox was, I don't know whether it was following the roe deer. I mean, it was no threat to the roe deer whatsoever. It's far too big a prey, particularly a male roe deer as well. You know, they're a big animal, but the fox was just sat, sunning itself. The fox knew I was there and watched me the whole time. I melted away back into the forest. I moved round to get a better shot because it was slightly obscured by some of the foliage, and I thought if I could only just get round to get a better shot. And I was quiet, I was really quiet. I was absolutely in no eye line of where that fox was, but when I re-emerged, gone, vanished. Just as foxes do. Incredibly elusive and able to blend into the surroundings just as the roe deer do. But then as I've pulled back from that area, I can now hear, and I don't know whether it'll pick up on the camera, a youngster, a young long-eared owl calling in the woods to the side of me. I recognise that call anywhere. So I'm just going to move my way around, see if I can get any sightings of it before heading back towards the camper. So I'm going to bring the video to a close there. No long-eared owls today, but I have had an absolutely magical morning, and I got my shots of the long-eared owl last night, so I'm not in the slightest bit disappointed. This morning we've had roe deer, we've had that beautiful encounter with a fox, we've had a spotted flycatcher, a willow warbler. It's never a bad day when you're out in nature, is it? It never is a bad day. And I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you have, please consider clicking the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Every single like, every single subscribe makes such a difference to the channel. It really helps me bring more of these photographic adventures to you. So I really appreciate every single person that clicks that like button, subscribes to the channel, makes a massive difference. Fast approaching 10,000 subscribers if we're not there already. If you want to show that little bit of extra support, there'll be a Buy Me a Coffee webpage. Link will be at the bottom of the screen. So from the beautiful long-eared owls and that stunning fox this morning, until next time, ta-ra.